FactsVerse presents 70-year-old widow places an ad for a new husband, and her story quickly goes viral. Before we get into the video, though, help us out by clicking that like button, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. There are many people who think that when an elderly person loses their spouse, that their love life should be over. Most elderly widows and widowers don't feel that way. While losing the person that you spent most of your life with is devastating, once the grieving period's over, these people deserve to have someone in their life, don't they? They deserve a second chance at happiness. But that doesn't mean that they're cold or insensitive. It just means that they want somebody to live out the rest of their lives with. When a 70-year-old woman lost her husband, she cried, she grieved, she mourned. Finally, when she began feeling better, she decided that maybe it was time to find somebody new. And this 70-year-old widow wants to get married again. And she posts a hilarious singles ad in the newspaper that goes viral. Many people today turn to online dating when they're ready to meet somebody new. There are those, like this widow in question, that don't know much about computers or online dating. These people go back to the way it was done when they were younger. Before the days of the internet and online dating, these people would place a want ad in the newspaper. Back then, print newspapers were the only way that people could get their news, so these ads got a lot of exposure. The woman wrote out her ad. She wrote and rewrote it several times before deciding the ad was finally ready and conveyed everything she wanted to say. This is what her ad said. Husband wanted. Must be in my age group. Must not beat me, must not run around on me, and still be good in bed. All applicants please apply in person. Well, the woman added her address so that her potential suitors could come to her door so that she could make an immediate decision. Her ad ran in the afternoon edition of the newspaper, and by the next morning, her doorbell was already ringing. She was surprised she received a response so quickly. When she got to the door, she saw something that shocked her, though. The man at the door was a gray-haired man. He was also in a wheelchair. She looked at the man, and he had no arms or legs. The widow asked the man if he was serious about applying for the position of her future husband. She reminded him that he had no arms and legs, as if he needed to be reminded of that, and the man didn't get insulted or angry. He looked at the widow calmly and said, "I have no legs, yes, you're correct. But since I have no legs, I can't run around on you. Yes, I have no arms, but is that a bad thing? Without arms, I'll not be able to beat you. These are the two things that you mentioned in your ad. I can do more than make a promise not to run around on you or beat you. I physically can't do these things, which you should appreciate." Well, the woman looked at her potential suitor and thought for a moment. She reminded him that the applicants would need to be good in bed, too. Now, she asked him how he could possibly be good in bed if he was in a wheelchair without arms and legs. The man looked for just a moment and then smiled and said, "I rang the doorbell, didn't I?" Well, the woman looked at him and thought for a moment. The man had no arms, no legs. She couldn't figure out how he was able to ring the doorbell. Well, after thinking for a minute, he looked down at his lap. She finally realized how he was able to ring the doorbell, and she was shocked. All right, yeah, the story is great, and you know it's not real, but man, it's an awesome story. It wasn't long before this story went viral when somebody posted it. Whether or not it's true or not, it's hilarious. Just the idea of a man with no arms and legs responding to a widow's ad for a husband. I mean, that's crazy enough, but the way he rang her doorbell, that's the reason this story went viral. Well, hopefully we gave you a good laugh. That's what people need quite often. They just need something to get through their tough, stressful days, and hopefully we were able to give you a few smiles today. Kudos to the person who wrote this, too. Very creative. Subscribe for more.